What's going on, guys? TJ Blaze from MGN Sports. I woke up this morning and I had a thought in my mind about, Madden. Obviously, everybody's talking about EA Sports and Madden 22 and what should we expect as a community. Now, listen, I'm not a big gameplay guy. I don't like MUT. I hate the yard. Face of the franchise is let's face it, is garbage. My biggest thing is franchise mode, bro. I want franchise mode to be A1 whenever I play it, and I want my presentation to be number one. The reason why I even started MGN Sports in the first place a few years back, I had an online Madden league. I saw how people were running their leagues, and I wanted to run mine a different kind of way. I had weekly preparation, weekly wrap-ups, injury reports, and I compiled all of that, from a 32-man league into a video. And I'm thinking to myself, as a one person, a one-man shop, if I can do what I'm about to show y'all, I feel like EA, $1 billion, $2 billion in just MUT alone each year, company should be able to produce something like this. A weekly wrap-up, a post-game show, the stats from previous games. I want to know what's going on outside of my games. And I'm going to just show y'all a few quick highlight videos of the videos that I created myself. And the presentation aspect speaks for itself, and it's just a one-man show. So y'all already know what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy this presentation that I put together, and hopefully we see it in Madden 22.
The Atlanta Falcons, however, as they still trying to fight to get into the playoffs, they lose 21-14. The New Orleans Saints come into Tampa Bay to pull off the upset against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-13. Tampa Bay falls to 8-5. New Orleans Saints still in the hunt for the playoffs. And in our final game, we had the New York Giants falling short to the Washington Redskins 24-28 on this last-minute 87-yard touchdown pass. And you had to win this game if you were the Giants, man, if you wanted to have any chance at getting into the playoffs. They don't. Washington Redskins pull off the upset late in regulation. But did it hurt the Redskins and their draft order as we proceed into offseason? I don't really think so, man. You're sitting at number 4, 5, or 6, depending on if the Colts can beat the Texans or if the Detroit Lions can win in 14. I don't think that's going to happen. So it doesn't really hurt you, but it gives the team momentum as you proceed into the offseason. As we look at the NFC playoff picture, not looking too good for the Dallas Cowboys in their Week 14 matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles. They currently are losing. They will drop to 9-4. The Atlanta Falcons still in the hunt at 7-6 after losing to the Green Bay Packers, so don't give up hope. Still have a few games left to be played in Week 14 that could really shape the NFC and AFC playoff picture, but I don't think any game is bigger than the Los Angeles Rams coming into Chicago to face off against the Bears. This is a must-win for the Rams. The division. All right, we got just about 4 more weeks left in the regular season. It is make or break for most teams as we go into Week 13. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are one of them as they improve to 7-4 over the Atlanta Falcons, 52-17. The Falcons have lost 4 of their last 5 games. All right, the New York Giants were up 21-0 against the Chicago Bears in Week 12. They blow a 21-point lead, lose it in a nail-biter, 38-35 over the New York Giants. Bears win that one. Todd Gurley sets a single-game touchdown record against the Baltimore Ravens. They win it 44-30, and they improve into that number 7 spot, trying to stay in the hunt for the playoffs. Dallas Cowboys coming into Week 13 as the number 1 team in the NFC, along with the San Francisco 49ers. Should be interesting to see how that wild card positioning as transpires as we go into Week 13 in the regular season. All right, the Houston Texans trying to stay alive for a spot in the playoffs. They come into Week 12, 4-6, as J.J. Watt, Sax Jacoby said, makes him fumble, picks up the ball late in the second quarter. He gets it down to the 12-yard line, just didn't have enough gas to score. But this is really showing that J.J. Watt is not done yet. The Texans aren't done yet. They are ready to try try to at least make a push here late in the year, as that sets up a 3-yard touchdown run for Deshaun Watson. The Texans win it 21-20. They improved to 5-6. The Colts dropped to 7-4, but they still hold on to the AFC South division lead going into week 13. All right, the Oakland Raiders coming into week 12, number 1 seed, and they would stay in the hunt for that home field advantage throughout. As we take a look at the AFC playoff race, the Raiders are 9-2. The Baltimore Ravens have a tough game next week against the San Francisco 49ers, but we'll get into that in just a second as they come into week 13, number 2 seed. Buffalo and Indianapolis still holding on to the division lead. And this might be the second straight year we see 3 AFC West teams in the playoffs. Oakland number 1, Denver sitting on to that 6th spot, and obviously Kansas City at 7-4. Week 13 features a game to watch. We got an NFC powerhouse against an AFC powerhouse. Both teams trying to stay in the hunt for that number 1 and number 2 seed. Here's the top injuries after week 2. You look at the Indianapolis Colts losing a lot of players. Andrew Luck down for 4 weeks with the abdominal tear. That's going to hurt the Colts season for sure. Here's the top passing leaders. Jimmy Garoppolo did his thing against the Denver Broncos. 9 completions, 23 attempts, 199 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Here we have the top rushing leaders. Thompson leading the league, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns. Washington, they're looking like they're a running gun team, man. Cooks, rookie leader with touchdowns. He leads the league in rushing touchdowns for rookies and all NFL running backs for that matter. You got the top receiving leaders after week 2. Switzerland, 10 receptions, 290 yards, 1 touchdown. Baltimore, I don't even know how to say that guy's name. He has 4 touchdowns, 173 yards, 10 receptions. And here, our standout leaders of week 2, Blaine Gabbert for the Tennessee Titans. He did his thing against the Carolina Panthers. And here, my favorite player of this rookie class so far, look at Nate Hairston, man, coming down with the pick against the Dallas Cowboys. You're down 14-3, man, and a rookie comes up and makes a play like that. 4 tackles, 4 interceptions. He leads the league in pick sixes so far in the preseason. You guys...
Yeah, man, nothing too special. It is nothing too fancy. I mean, I believe that they have the budget and the funds to be able to produce something like this. We saw it in NFL 2K5. They did it in Madden 10 around that time. A weekly recap that, keeps us interested. But if you guys like what you saw and you want to be able to make it your own in your own league, click the link in the description of this video. It's inside MGM. Hundreds of templates that you can just drag and drop images into. It also has tutorial videos, so if you want to make your league your own, I highly recommend it. But as always, keep it classy, people. Until we meet again, peace.